reigning 2020 Big League Fantasy Football Champion here from my home, my living room. Put a little bit of Eagles stuff up. Ready for round two of the NFL draft. The Eagles are technically pick 5 in this round, which is 37. As we speak, the Jacksonville Jaguars are on the clock. Excuse me while I turn into Clark Kent. And look, last night, as subscribers to my channel know, I was actually at Lincoln Financial Field. Excuse me. At Lincoln Financial Field for the Eagles' first round pick. The eruption from the crowd that was there, we braved a mini hurricane, what I like to call Hurricane Howie. And look, it was absolutely awesome. The roar of the crowd went Dallas because nobody was expecting the Dallas Cowboys to trade with the Philadelphia Eagles. I mean, I wasn't. I know I wasn't. I know. Of all teams, the Cowboys were probably the last team that I could think that the Eagles would trade with. Obviously, they tag team up against the New York Giants, took away Devontae Smith. And it worked out for both teams. The Cowboys got Micah Parsons, who I definitely did not want to see in an Eagles uniform. They got a third round pick for it. And the Eagles got Devontae Smith, who they probably wanted at pick 6. So really great job by Howie Roseman. If you look at how the board fell, now look, I did a mock draft where I had the Eagles getting what's up, big play, where I had the Eagles getting Devontae Smith, but it didn't go the way I thought it was going to go. I definitely didn't think the corners would have been both gone, with Denver taking Surtain and the Carolina Panthers taking J.C. Horn. Now, I was absolutely stoked when the Broncos took Surtain because that meant the Cowboys weren't going to get him. Yeah, I'm gonna be live for at least until the Eagles pick. I do have to do, I do have to go to one of my other jobs tonight, so I don't know if I can make it for the entire second round. I hope the Eagles are. I hope they do more in the second round than just the first pick. I really do. I hope that they can somehow get back in. There's so much talent left on the board. Again, Devontae Smith, a great piece. I believe he's going to be the best wide receiver in the entire draft. And I'm not just saying that because he's wearing Eagles green. If you check out my other videos, my highlights on him, the kid is an absolute stud. He's a competitor. You're in a league where size matters to a point, but when it comes to a guy like him, who the way he runs routes, it's going to be very hard for these DBs to even get their hands on him at the release. And I believe that Nick Sirianni, who is one of my new buddies, is going to make sure this guy gets the ball, man. That's what they did in Indianapolis. They made sure their playmakers got the ball, something that, Doug Peterson didn't do on his way out. The last couple years, it was the same stale stuff, as much as I love Doug Peterson. So I'm watching on the NFL Network. Please, in the comments, if you're tipped off to picks, please try to not spoil. Don't create any spoilers, as I want you guys to get my real reaction here. So I did a video earlier today, guys, on who I still wanted. The Eagles need corner desperately, and they need linebacker. So those are the two that I would like them to get. JOK from Notre Dame and Asante Samuel Jr. Not just because, obviously, Asante Samuel, one of my favorite cornerbacks the Eagles have ever had, but he's an absolute ball hawk, man, and I could just see somebody next to Darius Slay like that. Now, Calvin Joseph, who's probably going to go in the 50s, is another guy that I would love to see here, despite some of the maturity issues that he has. If the Eagles can get back into the second round. But let's see how things fall here. This is making me wish, if you guys are watching along, this is making me wish I would have started later. Because, look, it starts at 7, but it never starts at 7. They're doing, I guess they got Hall of Famers for some of the teams up. They're in Cleveland, and they're showing a Steeler. That's weird. But look, how great was it to actually have an actual draft this year? I mean, I looked at my stream from last year, how horrible it was. First off, it was the start of the pandemic, and it was in Roger Goodell's basement, I think. It was just so bad. It got to the point where Roger Goodell at one point, I believe it was this round, was falling asleep. It might have been the third round. I don't know. But it's good to see people there. It's really good to see people there and having a live draft, seeing people walk the stage. I thought that was awesome. Let's. What do you guys think, Where do you think Jacksonville goes? I feel like Christian Barmore from Alabama, who's still on the board. I feel like that's a way they could go. He's definitely got a first round grade. Again, I wouldn't be mad if the Eagles got him either, because they were people had the Eagles taking him at 12. The guy is an absolute beast. If you've seen this dude, he is an absolute bully. Man, would look good next to Fletcher Cox. But we'll see. I don't think he lasts to the Eagles at 37, but you don't really know. Jacksonville needs, what do they need? They need a tight end. I'm sure it's way too early for the second tight end to fall. I guess they need offensive line, right? They could definitely do with defensive tackle. They could do with edge rusher. So we'll see. It was also good to see the picks being made in the actual war rooms again, and not in basements, and not you're not seeing Bill Belichick's dog make picks and whatnot. That was pretty cool too. So Jacksonville, what they did yesterday, getting Trevor Lawrence, obviously, obviously he was going to go first. They kind of lucked out with the Jets messing up and winning a couple games last year. Urban Meyer, I heard that they they tried out former Eagle Tim Tebow. How was my night yesterday? It was eventful. I've actually got footage. I'm going to upload. It was eventful. It was awesome, man. It was just being in the link again. First time I've been in the link since the Seattle playoff game. Uh, Actually, no, I'm lying to you. I did a stadium tour after that season. But just being around Eagle fans. Now that monsoon that we had was insane. That was kind of horrible. But then the way it all turned out. Them getting Devontae Smith, who I've wanted, was one of my guys. Doing trading with the Cowboys. There was a little Cowboys fan. I don't know. He must have been maybe 12 years old, and just to watch his reaction when that came across the big screen and loudspeaker that the Eagles had traded was pretty cool. So yeah, it was just good to be back, man. It was really good to be back at the link. I was definitely happy that I went. Again, shout out to Fourth and John and Gail from over there for hooking me up. Really awesome on their show. If you guys want to check it out and see, I did my own live reaction, but I was on there before the Eagles picked for a little while. Met Eagle Shirley. I don't know if you guys know who Eagle Shirley is. One of the biggest Eagle fans in the whole state of Philadelphia, actually probably in the United States. And then, of course, bumping into Nick Sirianni was pretty awesome, too. The guy is way bigger than I thought he was, both bulk and height. And he just seems like, I saw him, he was throwing passes to fans outside. He actually, he was on a podium doing trying to rile the crowd up. And he actually told the kids that were on the other side of the podium to throw all their merchandise to him and he'd sign it. And again, this isn't perfect weather. This isn't, 70-degree clear skies. It was a mess. It was raining. And this dude, he didn't care. So I think when it comes to Nick Sirianni, there's never been a coach that I want to succeed as much as him. Showstopper, I really want JOK, man, as a linebacker. He can do it all. He's versatile. He can cover. He can tackle. He's got that attitude. I would really love to see him. Asante Samuel Jr. I would love to see him. The safety from TSU. Jeez, I can't think of his Morig. I would love to see him. Also, Barrymore. If Barrymore falls, why not? Fletcher Cox is getting a little bit older. The defensive line definitely needs help as well. But I would really love to see them, attack the corner and the linebacker position. Now, if JOK doesn't get to them, you still got Nick Bolton, who would be there, who I wouldn't mind. But, you would kind of, I think, be stretching for him or reaching. but Nick Bolton's great out of Missouri. I mean, I don't know, man. They might go offensive line, even though I think the offensive line is good if they're healthy. And I think the young pieces that they drafted last year, Jack Driscoll, and the year before that, Nate Herbig. And those are two great pieces there. I think the good side to how bad last year was that they got that experience. I think Sam Malu is a decent player. I think Jordan Mailata is an absolute stud. Andre Dillard, you don't know what you have there. He's a first round pick who was hurt all year last year. He could provide depth. He might even win the left tackle job. And if he does that, you've got Mailata. I think could fill the big V role. I might be okay. Tyson Campbell, I like him too. But JOK, man, he would just and Jacksonville's picks in. He would just be, man, he would just be a hell of a piece. And we love linebackers. The Eagles have not drafted linebackers. Last year in the third round, they drafted Davion Taylor, who barely saw the field. So just to have a stud would be great. And again, they need a corner. They need a corner. I don't mind. I didn't mind Sertan or Horn going because I really believe that this cornerback draft is decent as far as depth. So we'll see. So Jacksonville's pick is in, which means 4 picks unless the Eagles trade up, which I don't know. Kind of feels unlikely unless they really love someone. Do a little Red Bull tonight as I have to work that night job at midnight. So let's see who they go with here. It takes so long. Everything takes so long. Who's got the better coverage? Is it NFL Network or is it ESPN? I feel like Network's got the better layout. We'll see. Really interesting to see what they do here. And will Zach Ertz be traded at some point? Another thing. I get it with the chair by Goodell, but it's corny at this point. Kevin Hardy is up there for the Jags to announce their pick. Tyson Campbell goes to Jacksonville. Wow. Wow. So Barrymore's still on the board. Man, Tyson Campbell. 6'1", 193 pounds. Damn, yeah, he would have been nice to have. Yeah, I like him. Look at these highlights here. Great cornerback, man, who just absolutely knows how to get the ball out of the other guy's hands, which I love. 5 pass breakups. I think he only had 1 interception in 2020. Is that right? Started 24, 33 career games. I still like Asante Samuel Jr. better, I'll be honest. And I think the Jets are probably going to take, even the Jets might take Barrymore. It'd be funny to see where Barrymore goes, man. This guy is a monster. I did not want him at 12, obviously. He's still here in the second round, but man. Let's see. He's fast. Ran a 4.36. So, and I guess he's from Florida. I feel like the Jaguars are always going to be one of those teams that they're going to be good, but never be good enough. You know what I mean? Like the year that the Eagles won the Super Bowl, they were in the championship game. Had an amazing defense. Probably should have beat the Patriots that year, but just didn't. So let me see what the Jets do here, what Joe Douglas and the Jets do. So far, 6 cornerbacks have been taken. 5 edge rushers, 5 quarterbacks, 5 wide receivers, 4 tackles, 3 linebackers, 2 running backs, 1 D end, 1 guard, and 1 tight end. So we'll see. The Jets didn't do bad yesterday. I like Zach Wilson. I like Justin Fields better. They got Elijah Vera Tucker later, another guy that I did not want to see the Eagles pick in round 1. I was really, 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 even when the Eagles traded with the Cowboys, I was really afraid they were going to get like an O lineman or they were going to pick Rashawn Slater. That's who I thought. Who the Giants should have gotten. Like, if I'm a Giants fan and the Eagles do what they do, you're obviously upset, but you at least go, look, Rashawn Slater's still on the board, and our offensive line is garbage. Because, look, Rashawn Slater's a stud. He can play anywhere on that offensive line. But what the New York Giants do is they trade back with the Bears. They get a good haul for it. The Bears get Justin Fields. I'll be honest. If I'm the Giants, screw Danny Dimes. I'm picking Justin Fields. I mean, they go to 20 and they get Kadarius Toney, who I looked at as a second round player. I think he's going to be decent, but I mean the Giants' offense they already overhauled their wide receiver core. You sign Kenny Galladay to a shitload of money. You take a flyer on John Ross. You've already got Slayton. You've already got Shepard. I don't get it. I don't get it reaching for Kadarius Toney there unless I think Shepard's deal is coming up. So maybe instead of re-signing him, they're just I don't know, man. I don't know. What a waste. I mean, for them to get Devontae Smith, that would have been a. It's still a waste to me with Tony, but it doesn't make sense to me. I think next year we're going to be talking about the Giants. They're going to be picking high, and they're going to need a quarterback. It's going to happen. Ravens exercise their fifth-year option on Lamar Jackson. No surprise there. How about the Aaron Rodgers drama, guys? How crazy is that? The Green Bay Packers have had legendary quarterbacks, and there's always some kind of drama, like with Brett Favre. It's almost exactly like the Brett Favre situation. I think the Jets will definitely be better this year. I love their coach, Robert Salah. Hard to be as bad as they were last year. Falcons agreed to AJ McCarron. I didn't even know he was still in the league. Jets pick is in. So obviously last night they got 10 minutes to pick. Barrymore. Yeah, I wouldn't do Barrymore. I mean, man, it'd be hard if Barrymore's there at 37. It would be hard to pass up on him. It really would. But at the same time, man, like you need an LB and a cornerback. You've got tackles right now. So we'll see. Jets pick is in. How long do they have in round two? I don't think they have 10 minutes. No, Falcons are on the board at this point. So let's see what the Jets do whenever they get to the podium. It's insane how long it takes. I'm glad the Eagles. Well, let me knock on wood. They don't trade back here, but I'm glad they're coming up soon. It was Lavernius Coles. I remember him. Good player. Okay, so the Jets go Elijah Moore, wide receiver. Good pick. Well, he's cursed at this point. What's up, Jason? Because Lavernius Coles just called him a future Hall of Famer, so that's a curse. I like Elijah Moore. If the Eagles got Horn or Sertan, Elijah Moore was one of the guys I thought would good for them to get. So yeah, wow, go and that's smart, man. The Jets are having a good draft, and I'm no Jets fan by any means. They go get Zach Wilson, they protect him with Vera Tucker, and now they grab him a weapon with Elijah Moore. Very very smart thing to do. There's Joe Douglas. So yeah, not bad, not a bad first three picks for the New York Jets. Gotta say, their defense. I mean, they're definitely gonna need to shore that up, and they need running backs too, don't they? Who's their running back? Who's the Jets running back right now? Atlanta's up. I think they go defense here. I'm a little bit worried that JOK or Samuel Jr. go because their defense, they played well at the end of the year last year, but they're putrid. Frank Gore, jeez. Frank Gore, ageless, is their running back. They definitely need a back. The Eagles, man. The Eagles need a back too. I'm looking at like Chuba Hubbard for the Birds. A little bit bigger guy. All right, getting close, getting close. 34, Eagles pick 37. Come on, let's see what the Falcons do. Kyle Pitts, who is an absolute monster, basically a big wide receiver. They're comparing him to Megatron. I still think though, guys, picking at 4. Goodness gracious, that's really high for a tight end. Oh, it is. I mean, just the expectations are going to be through the roof for this kid. If I was the Eagles, I would definitely have taken him at 6. Don't get me wrong, but and I don't blame the Falcons for doing that. So it looks like the Broncos traded with the Falcons. Huh. So what do the Broncos do here? Do they get a quarterback? Do they grab a Kyle Trask? Is it too high for Kyle Trask? Where do they go? They got the corner yet last night, so I don't think they're going to do that this year. And their pick is in right away. Jason, I'm with you, man. JOK or Asante Samuel. Let's get it. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's go. And if you guys are watching this stream for some reason after the draft, after the fact, you haven't subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We're almost to 2,000, which I know is not a ton, but it's blows my mind, man, that it's almost that high because I just this just started me talking in my living room, and it's awesome to what we've created as a whole. So let's see, what why would Denver? Maybe offensive line. I would hope that we trade Ertz to come back in the second. I just don't know if there's a team that is going to take him. They're just going to trade a second round pick for him. I mean, I think the Eagles would have to be. They would have to trade like Ertz and like a 6. You know what I mean? Or Ertz and a 5. But it's not going to be just Zach Ertz. I looked at Jacksonville, a team that needs a tight end. I mean, they're starting or they're giving Tim Tebow a tryout. Would have been a great team to get for Zach Ertz to go to. So we'll see, man. We will definitely see. All right, so the Falcons received a 40th overall pick and a 4th. Not a bad little haul. And the Broncos received 35th and a 6th round pick. Not bad. I mean, it is possible they go cornerback again. I mean, they do have. Well, they got Ron Darby. I don't know. Pick is in. Let's roll. Come on. So this must be somebody they really want. You feel Ertz will go later? Yeah, I think I agree with you. Maybe tomorrow. I don't think Ertz is going tonight. Billy Thompson, former Broncos DB. Maybe he picks a DB. Javonte Williams, running back. Wow, that's high for him, I think. Okay. I guess they were afraid Miami was going to take him. Or maybe the Eagles. I mean, Carolina had a couple good running backs. It was Williams and Carter, Michael Carter. Not a bad pick there. But they were definitely worried. Let's see. They were definitely worried that Carolina wasn't taking him. Maybe Cincinnati might have took him. Again, I can't see the Eagles taking a running back, but who knows? I think right now they need to give Jonathan Gannon some help. They need to give Jonathan Gannon a great piece. They gave one to Sirianni last night. And look, I'm not just saying this because Nick is like my buddy now. But it seems like every time, it seems like Nick's getting comfortable speaking too. I listened to his press conference yesterday after the Eagles picked up Devontae Smith, and he just feels more comfortable, more intelligent. I like how he gets excited talking about football, describing plays, describing players. There was a question thrown at him yesterday about like, well, don't you need like an anchor? Don't you need to give Devontae Smith a spot, like an anchor? Like basically, is he going to be an X or is he going to be a Y? Doesn't that need to be? And well, Miami's picks in already, and Sirianni said, "No, that's not how we operate. Like we're going to move people around all over the place. You're not going to be stuck to one spot." And I really, I love that answer, and I love the moxie behind the answer with Nick Sirianni. Oops. When I saw him yesterday, I should have asked to play rock paper scissors. Miami takes Jalen Waddle yesterday. I felt like the Eagles got the better of that Miami trade so far. They got Devontae Smith and a first round pick. Miami moves back to 6, gives up a first round pick to get to 6 for Jalen Waddle. I just nothing against Jalen Waddle. I think he's going to be a stud too. But what worries me about Jalen Waddle is definitely his history, his injury history. This is what he missed 10, 11 games. So we'll see. We'll see what the let's see what the Dolphins do here. Man, I read JOK and Asante Samuel are still sitting there. The Eagles are up next. Let's hope Howie doesn't trade back because one of them will be available for the Philadelphia Eagles. My dog's getting excited. He knows the pick's coming up. Is it the Isley brothers? Come on, announce the pick. Let's go. Becky, stop. Are they gonna? Okay, so the Eagles have their choice now between Asante Samuel Jr. and JOK. Do they or they? Moring's still there, the safety. They've got all the guys that I wanted them to take. Barrymore, they're going to take Barrymore. He's still there. I guarantee they take Barrymore. I won't be mad at it, but man, I feel like that's going to be the pick. Man, I mean they can't go. Oh, guys. Oh man, they were linked to Barrymore. They like Barrymore. I haven't heard anything about them in Asante Samuel Jr. or JOK. I feel like it's going to be Barrymore, man. He's fallen this far. I just feel like that's going to be the pick, man. But if they need a starter. They need somebody that can start right away. Barrymore's a beast, though. He is an absolute stud. I also kind of want to block Dallas from getting a really good corner. I don't know if that's going to be possible. And the pick is in for the Eagles already. The pick is in. Here we go. Man. I'm more nervous for this one than I was the first round. And I shouldn't because they really can't. I think they'll go Alabama back to back. I think they'll go, if they do, it'll be because Howie was drilled about that this offseason, how he doesn't take Alabama players. Could you imagine? At least they didn't trade back. At least they didn't trade back. Man, let's go. Either way, guys, like literally, like if they get the 3 players I'm talking about, watch, they're gonna pick Kyle Trask or something. It's gonna be like the Jalen Hurts trade from last year. Knocking on wood. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, live here on ENN. Eagles are up. Last year when they picked, it was late, right? Was it like it was like 10 o'clock? Maybe. Maybe that's I don't know. I remember it being real late when they picked. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Funny thing is, when I was at the stadium yesterday, I was on what Fourth and John. I was getting the picks. I don't think I got them on a delay. I don't think they had. I think the feed was like, it must have been a direct feed because I was a good like 6 seconds ahead. Let's see what happens here, baby. Come on, birds. Patriots straight up with the Bengals. What do we do? Can you imagine if Sandy Samuel Jr. goes to the Patriots? Same place that his father was drafted? That would be funny. Come on, birds. Let's go. Come on. Yeah, Morig would be, JOK would be, Campbell would be. Campbell got taken already. They all would be day one starters. Asante Samuel Jr. would be a day one starter too. Barrymore, I don't think would, but who knows? Again, the guy's a monster. Let's go. I want to know how that dude gets. He must get invited to everything. The dude with this guy right here. He's still got 11 jersey on. Ugh. Yeah, they could go O line. I don't want him to go. Oh, come on, Howie. Look, he's like, look, I gave you guys what you wanted last night. Now I'm gonna do me. No, give us what we want again. Let's go. Come on, Mike Golick. Okay, wasn't Golick a linebacker, or was he a tackle? A D tackle? Can't remember. Let's go. Okay, safety here. What are we doing? No, no, no. Come on, announce this. Smith. He got it wrong. I don't like it. Nope, they went Alabama back to back, but I don't like this pick, man. You pick a guard that tore up his knee. Come on, man. Suffered a torn ACL in 2020. In the champ. Oh my God. Bad pick, man. Bad pick. Bad pick. I'm sorry. I don't like this. I don't like it, man. I don't like it. Play center. I guess Jason Kelsey's probably not gonna be here next year. I just don't like this pick, man. That was a bad pick. Great pick last year or last night. This is bad, dude. Just keep picking injured players. Unbelievable. Stupid. I don't like it, man. I don't know. What do you guys think? I just don't. I don't. It's a letdown. A letdown. I don't. A letdown for me. That's an absolute how we move there, man. You need a linebacker. You need corners. They're on the board, and this is and I would have rather had Barrymore. I mean, this is just like they couldn't. 2 days in a row. They couldn't do it 2 nights in a row, could they? Jeez, you got needs. This guy's not even. No way this guy starts this year. Dumb. The Eagles do though. They rebuild on their lines. They don't. I bet you they don't even expect this guy to play this year. Dumb. You probably could have got this guy. You probably could have got him way down the line. I don't. Oh man, crazy to be on such a high from last night, and now I just stupid, man. Patriots pick his in. It's gonna be somebody that I wanted for the Eagles, without a doubt. Then you got the Giants and you got the Cowboys picking again. What a downer! What a downer, guys. They picked Barmore. Carolina. I bet you. Look, man, the Giants are gonna end up with. They're probably gonna end up with JOK. Ugh, horrible pick for the Eagles, man. There's no, I mean, there's no getting around it. I wouldn't have maybe minded it as much if this guy's not coming off an ACL. Like, when are you going to learn? Like, we already went through this with Sidney Jones, and I know a guard it doesn't move around like a wide receiver, like a safety, like a running back. But you got to be kidding me with this, man. Golly. The only thing that saves it is if they get back in here somehow. I don't know. I doubt it. And Chicago traded. I guess they made a trade with Carolina, right? Or no? Is Carolina on the board? No? I don't know what they're thinking, man. What do you guys think? What do you guys? I mean, Showstopper. I know you're not happy with it. Like, I just. Oh man. Chicago trades again. Ryan Pace is doing work over there, man. He's got a job to keep. He'll probably go like Terrace Marshall or something. Oh man, what are you doing, Howie Roseman? I can't get over that. Hurt guard. That's what you go for. You got holes everywhere. You know what, dude? I don't know how they're gonna come back in that. I don't know how they even get back in the second round. It's just, I don't understand. I really want an explanation, like an honest explanation. What are you thinking with that when you've got these other guys on the board that are probably going to go to our competition in the division? Dumb. Man, I'll tell you what, the Giants and the Cowboys are gonna have some really good players there. At least this tackle, this offensive lineman isn't recovering off a ACL injury. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. To get back in before the Giants or the Cowboys, they would need to trade a lot more than Zach Ertz and a friggin' fifth round pick. Damn. Don't like it at all. Don't like it at all. Damn, man. It's a letdown. Such a letdown, man. I don't get it. I just don't. Somebody please explain to me why you would go there. Your defense, you've got so many holes on your defense, man. And Falcons are gonna. They made a good move by trading because they're still gonna get an awesome player. Yep, another injured player. It's like, dude, like they couldn't let us just have what we wanted 2 nights in a row, man. They couldn't. I mean, but if they trade Dillard, what are they going to get for Andre Dillard? Realistically, what do you get for an Andre Dillard? You know what I mean? Like what is he? He's another failed. He's a failed pick. He's just missing my daughter's softball game for this. This is just, well, they got a third round pick. I mean, I don't understand it, man. I mean, ACL tears are not. It's not like a little injury. God damn. Man. Richie Grant. Look, the crazy thing to me is like, well, you're not going to trade Brooks. The guy can't. The pick that the Eagles got, Dickerson. He's not probably even. There's no guarantee he's even going to play next year. Like, to be honest with you. But man, if you're the Giants and the Cowboys, you got to be happy as hell. Cowboys, oh man, so many great players on the defensive side available. It's just nuts. I can't get over it. I can't get over it. You need corner bad. You don't need offensive line that bad. You just don't. Yes, do you need a center because Kelsey probably isn't going to be around again next year? Sure. But worry about that next year. Or don't get a guy that's hurt. They just couldn't help themselves, man. That's that we're going to outsmart everybody in the room thing. Lions pick is in. I'm telling you, these, I don't know what the hell Howie Roseman, like, Giants are up next. They can get JOK. They can get, oh no, they traded with Miami. Wow, okay. Well, Miami's back in. Well, that lessens the blow a little bit. But the Giants, They're only going back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 picks. Again, Dallas is going to get their corner. They'd be crazy not to pick Asante Samuel if Miami or San Fran doesn't. If I'm the Eagles, man, I'm trying to trade with San Francisco. Damn. So stubborn. These guys are so stubborn, man. I'll be back, guys. No, you know what? I'm not leaving. I'm not effing leaving. So, come on, Howie, trade back in. I just don't. I don't believe that this guy Dickerson. And please, guys, if I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. I don't believe that he would have went. Like he would still be on the board. Like I just don't. I don't get it, man. Again, you don't need offensive line that bad. You don't. Those are just joining. The Eagles picked Lance Dickerson, injured interior lineman, injured center from Alabama, tore his ACL in the SEC championship game. And the Eagles, because they just have to build on the line. I mean, I would have Barrymore. I mean, if you're going to build on your lines, go defensive line then. Damn. I don't know, man. Look at the Miz on the NFL Network. Big Cleveland Browns fan. Really good guy too. Mackie, lay down. Go lay down. Yeah, I know. They picked the tackle. I'm pissed off too. But go lay down. Oh man. So they said Miami's pick is already in. Detroit's pick's already in. It's crazy that they just. This is all for commercials, guys. Like all a money thing. Lance Dickerson from Alabama. God. Dallas is going to get Asante Samuel Jr. Oh. No, he's not. Dickerson is not going to even play. Like, this is insane. This is crazy. It's Sidney Jones all over again. Like, why? Why? Offensive line is not in need. It's not, man. Is this like, I mean, what are you just telling Dallas? Like, look, we won't pick a corner in the second round if you trade with us in the first round? Like, what is it? Vegas just made a trade. They traded with Miami, I guess. Huh? I don't know what just happened. I'm going to be honest with you. Because Miami traded up. And now it says Las Vegas is on the board. I don't know what is going on. I am frustrated. Notice they didn't show the Eagles draft room, the Eagles war room. Oh, Vegas traded with San Francisco. Man. So, San Francisco is going to trade that pick. I don't. Oh, he's gonna go if he's not picked up by Miami, Vegas, or Dallas, or I mean Miami or Vegas. He will be a Dallas Cowboy. Absolutely, will be a Dallas Cowboy. Jacksonville probably take JOK. Sickening. So the tackles are going. Tackles are going. And I guess the Eagles knew that, but look, I don't care. It's not a need for you. And you pick a hurt one, too. Like, it's just the real Howie Roseman has entered the building. The one that was there yesterday is not there today. Hurt tackle. I can't. I could just imagine what Twitter's doing right now. I could just imagine how crazy they must be going. It's like it's just. Oh man, this coverage on the NFL Network is bad. Like they did not even know Vegas traded. They unreal. Jeez, I don't know, guy. Like to pick for those of you just joining, the Eagles pick Lance Dickerson. They had and they're still all the guys that I wanted on the defense. Asante Samuel Jr., JOK, Javon Morig, uh, Kelvin Joseph. Like they're all there. And the Cowboys traded. The Cowboys just made a trade with no. This is bad coverage. The Cowboys did not make a trade. They're just now updating their stuff on the NFL Network, which is going to make me switch over to ESPN. This is horrible. I thought Jonathan Gannon had some say in the room because he had other places that he could have went. Like he had other, other people wanted him, and he came here, and I'm like, man, he's gonna at least have some say. And man, they just to not get any defense, like. And there were some people I heard on the radio today saying, well, they could go offensive line. I get it. But to take Dickerson, who, if he wasn't injured, I understand he would have went in the first round. But he is injured. We've been through this before. We remember Sidney Jones in the second round, right? 2017 draft. They take him and he I don't even want to. It's depressing to even think about what Sidney Jones became, but you know, it's just the way that it's falling for these guys. I don't. So many other needs. If you're gonna go offense, if you're gonna go offensive line, at least pick a tackle that's not hurt. But if you're gonna go offense, you do need. Look, I like Miles Sanders, but Miles Sanders hasn't proved that he can last a whole season. You don't Boston Scott, love Boston Scott, friend of the channel, but he's not the answer either. I mean, look, Jordan Howard didn't even think that he was going to play this year. You need running back too. Like, why not go there? Like, I don't know, man. I don't understand. Like, I just don't get it. Yeah, but they're not going to fall. Asante or JOK are not going. They are not going to fall to the third round. At least to where the Eagles pick in the third round. The Cowboys are going to take Asante Samuel Jr. Or they're going to take Trevon Morig. Hell, they could take JOK for all I know. But I just don't see it. I just don't see it. And maybe I'm wearing, I don't know. Maybe there's something wrong with these things. But I don't see them falling. I just don't. If they did, then yeah, okay. Then maybe Howie's got an inside track on the draft board this year. But I just can't see on their list of last night what happened. You go, okay, they're listening to their scouts, they're following their draft board. I cannot see this Lance Dickerson guy being that high on their draft board when you need corner and linebacker. I just don't. D tackle. You need edge rushers too. I don't see that. Like again, on the need, and I'll just go through it. to me, cornerback, linebacker, top two needs, right? After that, you probably go running back. After that, you probably go offensive line. So that's, you know, no, not running back. D tackle and then D end. Then running back, then offensive line as far as needs for the Eagles. Does the Raiders need a DE, a D tackle, a cornerback, or safety? I'm thinking, let's see. There he went. Merrick goes to Vegas. I'm telling you, Dallas is going to get a stud here, and it sucks. But you know what? I guess that's fine. They helped us get Devontae Smith last night, so okay. Merrick, I've been saying his name wrong. He's a stud. TCU. But you know what? After the regular pick last year, yeah, might stay away from TCU guys. So the Eagles take two after not taking in like 130 different players. After not taking Alabama player, you take two back to back. Just the guy's hurt again. I wouldn't mind. The guy is hurt. I don't know, Ace. I'm stunned. Like I kind of feel like not to the extreme, but almost like the Jalen Hurts pick last year. Like I just didn't know what they were thinking. Like it's the same thing here. You've got glaring holes. You didn't have money to pick up a cornerback, and you ignored that in free agency. To now, like they're on the board. Unless they trade back in, I just which I don't see happening. I don't get it. I don't know what the thought process is. Trying to be the smartest person in the room. Oh look, Lance Dickerson. If he's not hurt, he's the best lineman. We need a center because Kelsey's not going to be here next year. Let's get him. I just, again, if he wasn't hurt, I wouldn't be that upset. Even though, again, they don't need. This is a team that doesn't need offensive line right away. Yeah, the Eagles do. They have one third round pick. They traded, obviously, traded one to the Cowboys last night. They do have a third round pick. I don't believe they have a four. I know they got a five, maybe a couple fives. A bulk of their picks are in the sixth and seventh round picks. They're not even. Man, get ready for this. I hate this. I hate this idiot too. Drew Pearson. Is this the only guy they have to pick picks? Drew Pearson? Oh, great. Here we go. Getting that face heat. Go ahead and wow. This dude's annoying. Wore the Jim Brown for good luck. Didn't do it. Or Jerome Brown, I'm sorry. Oh, man. I would love to super kick his head off his body. Just announce the pick. Kelvin Joseph. Wow. Look, I like Kelvin Joseph, but now they got two players with maturity issues. Wow. Yeah, Sweet Chin Music. I would love to do that to Drew Pearson. Good pick, but again, there's no way in hell I'm taking Kelvin Joseph over Asante Samuel. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. Such a cowboy pick, though. He is a cowboy pick. Now you know the Giants. They need DBs. They need a linebacker. Jaguars pick is in already. I guess Nick Bolton will probably be on the board. Jabril Cox will probably still be on the board as far as linebacker goes. Cornerbacks, I'm drawing a blank besides Asante. If you guys if you can fill me in, man. Yeah, that's a reach. He's a reach, I think, at 40. You know what, though? I saw him in the 50s, so maybe not that big a reach. But to me, he's just, man, the Eagles just move back up at some point. Who would they move? Who could they be able to, who could they trade with? Oh, look at these. Look, what a horrible, what a bunch of, it'd be nice. Mike McCarthy is a bad coach. I think my daughter might be home. Walker Little, a guy doesn't even know who he is. OT. Wow, that was a bad reaction from the Jacksonville squad over on the ESPN channel. I don't know who the Eagles could trade with, man. L.A. maybe. It's not gonna, San Fran already traded back. I don't know. It's going to be so hard to get back into round two. It really is. Man, Giants need a linebacker. JOK. Somebody is going to get a couple really good players coming up. Oh, boy. Bengals are on the clock. Guess the Bengals pick is in. So it's going fast. It's the networks that are dragging right now. The Eagles, if you're just joining, the Eagles picked an injured offensive lineman. Howie's back, baby. Injured offensive lineman. Injured. Just great. Bengals need an offensive tackle bad. They messed up. Look, Jamar Chase is going to be awesome. I get it. But you let Penny Sewell go, who's an absolute monster, when your quarterback almost died last year. Like, legit. That's for DB. Ifeala Melofonu. I can't say his name. Ifeu Melo. If the Eagles get him, they'll need to give him a nickname. Dylan Radins is still up there. Damn it. I just can't believe they need a corner too, the Bengals, but I can't see them not taking an offensive lineman here. I could play corner. I would have rather took him than Dickerson. At least he's healthy. So I guess they're sliding down because all the teams that need offensive linemen, like I guess after this round, it goes down as far as offensive line goes. So everybody's trying to get linemen right now, which is smart. I mean, you need to protect these quarterbacks, these guys that giving away 18 first round picks for. You need to protect them. So, oh, it's your year, okay? There you go. They needed to. They had to go tackle there. Dickerson was doing cartwheels at Mac Jones' press conference. That's fine, but if he's got to plant and cut, he's not gonna be able to do that. Even if you don't have a repaired ACL, like you can walk around fine. Technically, you can walk around like maybe with a slight limp. You might even be able to run, but when it comes to cutting, making cuts, or planting your feet, or holding somebody, like that's where that come. Obviously, is super important. I don't know that the Chargers pick is into. I don't know the history of offensive linemen. Well, actually, here's the thing. Um, Brandon Brooks, right? He's recovering from a torn ACL. The Eagles just, I don't know, man. They just like picking guys that are hurt. I can't. I don't remember teams doing it like the Eagles do, man. It's always just bad. It's just such a bad pick. Again, if he's 100%, for the start of the season, he's still not going to start. Right, exactly, Ace. But he's not gonna start. If he's 100%, he is not going to start. He's not. You're not beating out Jason Kelsey, obviously. You're not beating out Brandon Brooks. You're not beating out Lane Johnson. You're not gonna beat out. You're an interior lineman, so Lane's not even an issue. Myalata's not even an issue. Are you gonna beat out Sayamalu? Doubt it. Maybe. I don't know. But the guy, it's just he's yeah. They definitely drafted him to be Jason Kelsey's replacement. Absolutely, I 100% believe it. So they're not worried about this year when it comes to the center position. And again, like if you're a team that doesn't have as many holes as they do, right? And you pick, like a guy like that to be a replacement to a absolute legendary Pro Bowl type position. I get it, but the Eagles have holes everywhere, so fill the holes you need. Like it's just I don't get it. Isn't is Terrace Marshall still on the board too, wide receiver, or did somebody pick him up yesterday? I'm surprised he hasn't been taken yet. The Giants need linemen too, man. They need an offensive lineman too. I was shocked they didn't take Rashawn Slater. Now I'm not saying I want Marshall. The Eagles don't need any more wide receivers right now, but I'm just surprised he's still there. Let's see. The Chargers, they picked Rashawn Slater last night. What do they need? What do the Chargers need, guys? Wide receiver, right? Well, no. They say Mel's needs is tight end, O line, DT, and QB. Why would the Chargers need a quarterback? They got Herbert. So according to Mel's best available, which doesn't mean squat. I'm not sure what I'm not sure what pick we have in the third round. I don't know. I think we gave the did we give the 84th? That's not the Samuel's a 10th best player on Mel's best available. So there's that. Yeah, I don't. I believe did we trade the 84th pick to the Cowboys? I'm not sure which one that was. If it was the later one or the somebody fill me in. I'm still tired from last night, if I'm being completely 100% transparent and honest with you. Leaving the link was horrible last night. The 95 ramp was closed to go to 95 South. It was shut down, so it took me around, and then there was also a part of 95 South that was having construction, so I had to get off on a different exit, which was in like the complete like one of the worst neighborhoods I've ever or towns I've ever seen. Anyway, let's see what the Chargers pick is. It's JOK. Oh, here he goes. Asante Samuel Jr. to the Chargers. At least it's not the Giants or the Cowboys. So stupid. Man. There he goes, guys. Giants are going to take JOK. That's the luck we're having right now. How do I feel about the Eagles draft pick? I absolutely hate it. I absolutely, 110%. I hate it. I hate it. You need defense. There's tons of defense there. Now, granted, a lot of defense hasn't really been a thing until Asante Samuel. A couple safeties were taken. But to take a guy that's hurt, that's what I don't understand. I get it. He would have been. It's just Sidney Jones all over again. Oh, he would have been the best. He would have been the best interior lineman in the draft if he just wouldn't have torn, that little thing that you use called an ACL. You pick him up. He's hurt. I don't like it. I don't like grabbing hurt players. You're not a team that can do that right now. You need guys that can start. You need if there's blue chip players there, you need to grab the blue chip guys, not these hurt players. I don't want and a guy that again, if Lance Dickerson is 100% okay, I get it because look, we went through to say that we went through a part of the season where we had guys playing starting on the offensive line that shouldn't even be in the NFL. I think Jamon Brown is his name. I get it, but you're going to have your guys back, and this guy is not going to start if he's healthy. Must suck being a fan of such a garbage squad. Sure the hell didn't suck in 2017. I've got to be honest with you. It sucks right now in the second round of the 2021 NFL Draft. So go G-Man. Lorenzo must have loved the Giants getting fleeced by the Cowboys and the Eagles yesterday. That was my favorite. That made this worth it right now. What was Gettleman thinking, dude? Like, as a my family's from Jersey, my dad's family's from Philly, my mom's family's from Jersey, so they're all Giants fans. Like, they were so pissed off. They're still mad, like because okay, the Eagles took Devontae Smith, who the Giants wanted. All right, whatever. The Giants shouldn't. They don't need wide receivers. They're stacked at wide receiver. Their offensive line is garbage, and Rashawn Slater is sitting there for the taking. And you pass on Rashawn Slater and then get Kadarius Toney that, to be honest with you, might still be available right now. Like, it blew my mind. Like, again, I'm not a Giants fan, so I'm happy with it. But to like Dave Gettleman, like I don't understand. I don't get like he was so shook up, I guess, by that. Like, and I'm thinking, well, maybe the Giants were going to take a wide receiver anyway. So maybe they don't care. But then you take Tony and it's saying, yeah, we were going to take Devontae Smith. And then there was a report that, yeah, that was supposed to happen. It was just such an odd move. Now, they got a great haul from Chicago, without a doubt. Chicago is probably not going to be good next year. So that pick is going to be high. Don't get me wrong. But, man, to not – yeah, it would have just been so – to pick a wide receiver where they did. And that's another thing. Daniel Jones. I don't know a Giants fan that likes Daniel Jones. I don't know one. And again, like I said, my whole family on my mom's side are Giant fans. You could have. I would have took Fields if I'm the Giants. To be honest, let me just see what the 49ers take. Aaron Banks. So yeah, all the guards, all the tackles, they're going. Again, which is definitely probably why the Eagles said we better grab one of these tackles or guards. I just don't like the fact that he's hurt. I don't. I don't like it. Now apparently he was doing cartwheels during Mac Jones's press conference yesterday. I don't know. Again, and look, Alabama players are good players. Asante got drafted by the Chargers. JOK's still there. I'm expecting the Giants to grab JOK. They have a need at linebacker. They also need offensive line. They could use cornerback too. I mean, the Giants got a decent amount of needs too, which was just again surprise. The Tony pick just surprises me. I just don't get it. I don't get it. If that was the move the Giants made for the 20th pick last year, that is a Howie Roseman Philadelphia Eagles move. That's what that reminded me of. It's just I don't know. I don't get it. I'm not saying Tony's garbage. I like him, just not in the first round. I didn't like him in the first round. I did a video talking about some of the other guys that the Eagles could get. How long will he be out? I don't know. He tore it in the SEC championship game in 2020, so I don't know how long he'll be out. But sometimes players, when they come back from these ACLs, they're never right again. And we look with Carson Wentz. If you ask me, that's one of the reasons of Carson Wentz's downfall was, he was a good quarterback after the injury, but he was never that elite version of himself since that injury. I mean, it just the ACL injury is one of the worst you can get. And again, it depends on what kind, what grade, and all that. I understand that, but so the Cardinals are on the board now. They picked a linebacker in the first round, so they won't go linebacker. I believe they do need a corner, need a wide receiver, maybe Marshall. Maybe they pick Marshall here. We'll see. Davis Mills, quarterback from Stanford, still available. I really like Kyle Trask. I'll be honest with you, out of Florida. Call me crazy. Not for the Eagles, but I think he's going to be a good NFL quarterback. Michael Carter still on the board as far as running backs go. Cardinals running back. Who do they have? I cannot remember off the top of my head. So after Marshall, Eskridge is the next. Dimey Brown from North Carolina. That could be a steal there as far as wide receivers go for one of these teams. Cardinals right tackle Calvin Beecham. Rondell Moore, Purdue wide receiver. Okay. Wow, I can't believe Marshall just keeps falling. Maybe the Giants will pick him up since they love wide receivers so much. They've already got 20 wide receivers on their team. Rondell Moore is only 5'7". Holy shit, I'm 5'6". I'm the same height that to put it in perspective, Darren Sproles is 5'6", but 5'7" wide receiver. People talk about the Smith's size. Holy shit, this guy is tiny. Wow, I don't know, man. Hey, I'll tell you what, he's got hands on him though. You can see him on punt returns. Not a bad little guy. I got nothing against these small dudes. So here we go. Here go the G-men on the clock. That'd have been funny if the Eagles would have jumped ahead of them again. Devontae Booker. Ugh. Devin Hester type player. I could see it. I'm surprised they didn't go Marshall. If you're gonna go wide receiver, Zayvon Collins is gonna be a monster. They picked him up. Somebody find out what the Eagles' third round pick is. What number pick is that for them? Because I do not remember. I don't. There are a lot of linebackers on the board still. No matter what the Giants do, if they take a JOK or if they take, you can still got, like I said, Jabril Cox, Nick Bolton. I'd be fine with either one of them. Um, I'm trying to find what corners are still there. It says the Giants need a guard, a center, a defensive end, and a linebacker. But it's Dave Gettleman, so you don't know what he's going to pick. 70? Huh. So 20 players from now, the Eagles pick. After the Giants, we got the Washington football team, the nameless football team. They're next. I think they picked defense last night too, I believe. Then the Panthers, and then the Titans, the Steelers, the Seahawks, the Rams, the Chiefs, Cleveland, New Orleans, Buffalo, Green Bay, Kansas City, Tampa Bay. Oh man, they've got to. I think after Washington, I'm probably going to take a break, guys. After tonight, is Zach Ertz still an Eagle? I love Zach Ertz, one of my favorite players of all time. He's not going to be with the team next year, so I hope that he's not with the team tonight. Hopefully, they can trade him to get rather higher up in the third round or back into the second round. I don't remember a time when the Eagles went back into the second round, traded back in. I don't. That doesn't mean anything when it comes down to it, but could they trade with a team like the Chiefs, who are pretty much stacked everywhere? I don't know. The Browns, they've been trade partners before. Let's see. See who the G-men take. Picks are going fast, but it's just these networks are just slowing everything down. It's bad. Damn. Eagles pick a guard, an injured guard, guys. Lance Dickerson. Now, I'm sitting here mad about the pick, but he might end up being the future center of the Philadelphia Eagles, and a damn good one if he's healthy. And I wonder if he was the center for Jalen Hurts when Jalen Hurts was playing at Alabama. Somebody fill me in on that, because that's very interesting if that's the case. Kelsey's a warrior, man. Kelsey always plays hurt. There are games where he probably should have sat out that he played hurt, so he's getting up there in age. I mean, again, if this guy's the real deal, if he's not hurt, I can see it. I can see it. But man, I just feel. And again, let's see how the rest of this board falls. Benjamin St. Just, the kid from Syracuse, is still there at corner. Aaron Robinson, Damar Hamlin. The Giants are gonna have a lot of picks next year. The Eagles are gonna have a lot of cap space next year. A lot. And we got three first round picks next year, so Definitely not worried about 2022. Look, their O line was last in pass block rate, and you don't get Rashawn Slater. They pick linebacker Aziz Ojolari from Georgia. They don't even go JOK. They didn't even get that pick. They didn't even get the right linebacker. It's an edge rusher. Okay. You still have no offensive line. Like, I don't get it. Is the Giants fan still in here? Because I, so he's basically he's a D end basically. I get it. Your line kind of sucked too yet last year. But come on, man. Come on. Washington got a great player last night. I will say that. Their picks in already. Do they go linebacker again? I don't know. I just it's funny to me that the Giants. I'm not saying this dude Aziz Ojolari. I'm not saying he's not going to be great, but come on, dude. Like you, I don't. Whatever. There's no way Giants fans can be happy about this. There's no way they can be happy with this draft. And he's got a bad knee. Let's see, what does Washington need, guys? Deami Brown is still there. I like him as far as wide receiver. I like Marshall. Do they? Do they need wide receiver? They do have um, a couple decent ones. And Washington's picks already in. They're coming up. If Ojolari, there was only a 14% chance he'd still be there at 50. What's the percent chance for JOK? Samuel Cosme, offensive tackle. It's funny because like some of these people have no idea who these guys are, and they put the camera right on them. So if you're the Eagles, dude, like I guess you have to go corner because they're going. Carolina, I mean, I can see them going linebacker here, right? Trade alert. The Panthers trade the pick to the Browns. Whatever. Browns took a corner yesterday. Damn. If that shit said the Philadelphia Eagles, man, I was going to be overjoyed. But here we are. So who do they go with? They might go wide receiver because there's no guarantee that they don't trade ODB finally or OBJ. ODB is dead, right? Old dirty bastard. Um, Look, JOK is the best available. Like the Eagles aren't gonna. It's not gonna fall to Philly unless they trade. It's just not gonna happen. But again, I'm okay with a Nick Bolton or a Jabril Cox. I'm cool with that too. I bet you they go like defensive end next or corner. Oh, cool. A fat macho man, Cleveland macho man.
And if you're gonna redo like a championship belt, like why not do like the actual heavyweight championship and not the they need a linebacker. Maybe they pick JOK here. I can't believe the Eagles didn't pick this dude, man. Ronnie Perkins from Oklahoma, defensive end, still there. Whoa, knocking this shit all over the place. Come on, Howie, wake up, make a deal. Make a deal with Tennessee. Tennessee needs a well. They got Delaney. No, did they let go of Delaney Walker? Who's their tight end over there? Indianapolis. Maybe they want Zach Ertz. Give them Zach Ertz and a fifth. Get that 54th pick. Give him Zach Ertz. Fuck it. Give him Zach Ertz in the third. Less than a 1% chance that JOK would be there. So I'm guessing the way they're talking about him, I'm guessing he's going to be a Cleveland Brown. Which, whatever. Cool. They rich get richer. What am I talking about? It's Cleveland. It doesn't matter who they get. They're always going to be Cleveland. Okay. All right. Tell this is the first time you read this. Let's hope he's not like Drew Pearson. Let's get this. Come on. Yep, there he goes. What a pick. All right, guys, I'm out of here right now. I'll maybe be back later in the third round. I got to get some food in me. Hate the Eagles pick. We'll see what happens next.